pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Gerardo Anaya,
Present.
Vice Mayor Lorena Delgadillo, Councilmember Jesus Roldan,
Present.
Councilmember Luis Galindo,
Present.
Councilmember Miguel Villalpando,
Present.
Councilmember Juan Castillo,
Present.
Councilmember Marta Gonzalez. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. We're gonna move on, call to the public. Anybody from the public want to address council? There's none. We have one proclamation, National Public Works Week.
Whereas Public Works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of the city of Somerton. Whereas these infrastructures, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of public works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector, who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the city of Somerton to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year of 2025 marks the 65th Annual National Public Works Week sponsored by the American Public Works Association, Canadian Public Works Association, Be It Now. Now, therefore, I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, do hereby designate the week of May 18th to the 24th, 2025 as National Public Works Week. I urge all citizens to join with respectives of the American Public Works Association and government agencies in activities, events, and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our public works professionals, engineers, managers, and employees, and to recognize the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and advancing quality of life for all.
Thank you. I want to invite Public Works Director and any other Public Works staff that are here.
One, two, three, right? One, two, three, cheese. One, two, three, cheese. Thank you.
Charles, do you want to mention the two events that are coming up?
Charles Gutierrez, Public Works Director. This week, we are celebrating tomorrow. Right here, we're closing state down for the celebration of the Public Works Week. We'll have displays and vendors from various different attributes to come join. And we will be doing hot dogs. And we have an art contest that's will be announced tomorrow. We have a winner already. It's an 8th grader. I won't tell you who it is just yet because it might slip out somewhere and they might find out. So it's going to be a total surprise. And then on Thursday, council is invited to a lunch provided by the Public Works for all of Public Works staff and city council. So we'll have it at the Cultural Center at 11 o'clock and you are invited. Thank you. Thank you.
Going to move on to consent agenda, check register for the month of April 2025. Does any member of council want to remove the item from consent agenda? Is there a motion? Make a motion to approve consent agenda.
Motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second.
second by Councilman Galindo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. We have a public hearing. It's a public hearing regarding the intent to establish or increase municipal fees, including any all assessments to the current fee schedule for various city departments fiscal year 2025-26. Is there a motion to open public hearing?
Make a motion to open public hearing.
Motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second.
second by Councilman Galindo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Carmen Juarez, Deputy City Manager. This is a follow-up on the process to review the yearly proposal for fee schedule for all the departments citywide. This is for the fiscal year 2026. Last meeting, we presented it was just a presentation only. This is the actual public hearing that is required by state statute. And this is preceding the actual motion item from council. So this is the exact same format that we have in previous years. We have the actual fee, then the current fee in the middle line, and the recommendation made by staff on the right-hand side. So not all of the departments are proposing new fees this year. So we can jump into those departments that are proposing the fees. So for the Community Development Department, it's not a new fee. What is being proposed on the mobile food vendor siting permit and the vending operation unit. This is a transfer from the clerk's office as part of the business license application. Is going to be transferred to community development. There are no proposals for the actual amount for the fee. Then we have everything that is empty on the right-hand side. It means that there are no recommended changes. So we have community development. They are proposing an actual fee for the change of contractor, subcontractor, and for temporary certificate of occupancy. At this point, we have those processes, but no, we don't have any, we don't charge any fee. They are proposing, Community Development Department is proposing $25 fee for the change of contractor or subcontractor, and $100 for a temporary certificate of occupancy. If council has any questions at any time, please let me know. So we have the directors here and they will be able to answer questions. Finance Department is not asking for any changes. We have Fire Department. They are asking for new fees, which is under the standby fee. Ambulance and 2 staff, it's the proposed fee is $111 per hour. The squad and 2 staff, $188 per hour, and the engine and 3 staff members for $278 per hour. Also, we have the additional staff current overtime rate. That's what is being proposed. EMTs for $29 per hour, and additional CEP, $34 per hour. Now we go to Parks and Recreation. There are changes proposed for rental for the community center. We have Class C non-resident, 150 to 600 per day. Yeah, maybe James can go through those changes.
James Jones, Parks and Rec Director. So I'll go through the changes real quick. Special events, we are not requesting any changes. Community Center and Cultural Center, we're a minor $10 increase for non-resident fees to offset labor costs. We are requesting to keep the resident fees the same. Field rentals, we want to add Paracone to the fee scheduled and an increase of $5 for the residents and $10 for non-residents for the 2-hour sessions. Pool rental fees, there's an increase for the lifeguards and supervisors fee for the non-residents to offset the cost of labor. We are requesting to leave the residential fees the same. Under miscellaneous fees, we have the introduction of the residential multi-kid family discount. That's just as our residents have more kids playing in our recreational leagues, we want to give them a break. And we also want to include the non-residential activity fee of $65, while the resident fee will remain at $45. We want the introduction of the pool pass for residents for $60 and the non-residents for $80. We put the cost of the city sports camps and clinics at $20 per camp. The Somerton boxing resident fee of $10 per month, non-residents $20 per month. Somerton wrestling fee of $10 per month, non-resident fee of $20 per month, $10.20 to meet. Upon meeting with city administration, staff are requesting council to approve the changes and as the schedule is provided by the Parks and Rec Department. We also request that we return to council in September and after we have a chance to reevaluate the wrestling program fees. That gives them the time to recruit and us to establish as a staff the cost to the city. And we also allowed our boxing program to do this. So that's why we're proposing this change. And then we'll revisit it in September. If there's any questions.
Any questions?
Mayor, I have one.
Go ahead, Councilman.
And this might be more of a question for legal. I mean, if we revisit these two fees for wrestling and boxing, we're going to have to go through the whole process of adjusting them if adjustment is needed, correct?
Mayor
may?
and council, so from a legal perspective, you can decrease fees without doing the full public notice. If you are going to potentially increase fees, you will need to do a new public notice and restart the process. So it kind of depends on what you think you may do with the fees in the future.
Yeah, they most likely
Okay.
will be reduced instead of increased, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. They'll be reduced. They'll stay the same or be reduced.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you. Any questions from members of the public? Okay, go ahead.
Mayor, council, this concludes the public hearing.
Is there a motion to close public hearing?
Make a motion to close public hearing.
A motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second, man.
second by Councilman Galindo. Those in favor?
Hi.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're gonna move on to item number 8.1, new business. Discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 2025-010.
Mayor and Council, Carmen Juarez, Deputy City Manager. This is the motion item following the public hearing. If there are no additional questions for staff, we would like to suggest the motion to approve the resolution number 2025-0110 as presented in the public hearing.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2025-010.
So motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second, Mayor.
second by Councilman Galindo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 2, discussion and possible action to award the request for proposal to number 2025-009 for pest control services for city buildings and facilities to Empire Pest Management as the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $11,628 annually.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. James Jones, Parks and Rec Director. Staff is recommending awarding RFP number 2025-009 for pest control services to Empire Pest Management. The RFP was posted on February 21st, 2025, with proposals being due April 16th, 2025. 4 qualified vendors submitted proposals. Following a thorough evaluation of all submitted proposals, Empire Pest Management is being recommended as the lowest responsible bidder. with an annual cost of $11,628 dollars. Is there any questions?
Can you scroll up?
Just looking at the discrepancies at the ranges.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to award the request for proposal number 2025-009 for pest control services for city buildings and areas to Empire Pest Management as the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $11,628 annually.
Motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second, Mayor.
second by Councilman Galindo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8.3, discussion and possible action to award pavement management program for City of Somerton Inner City to Sunland Asphalt and to Safeline Arizona striping not to exceed $159,841.93.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Charles Gutierrez, Public Works Director. Tonight, city staff is recommending approval of pavement preservation services through a cooperative agreement with One GPA Contracting with Sunland Asphalt for its chip seal and fog application scheduled for early June 2025. The procurement methods met the competitive bidding requirements. The project scope and cost breakdowns, chip seal and fog seal with striping awarded going to Sunland. It is Jefferson Street from Somerton Avenue to Cesar Chavez, approximately 14,982 square yards at a cost of $88,087.14. We've done the crack seal program out there already. It's already prepared for this. Striping will be new striping. We will be allowing on-street parking with new bike lanes. The school crossings and everything will be remain the same from Carlisle East to Somerton Avenue. On fog seal, in prior years, one of the things that was going on with the fog seal was they were picking and choosing specific streets around the city. And when we looked at the previous way that they were doing it, we looked at it and came up with a rational method of trying to do whole neighborhoods instead of just one street here, one street there, and one street here. So we looked at Las Estrellas 4 and 5, coming in at about 42,556 square yards for $48,412.49. City Streets has went out and did the have done some pothole areas and done some extra stuff out there to make sure that the fog seal will work out great. The city streets will complete the stop bar painting and the striping for the entire project for Jefferson will be from Safeline, Arizona, for a total project cost of $159,841.93. The total impact is from the FY22 program for the inner city pavement preservation. The budgeted amount was $170,000. The financial impact for this is on the 216143 account at $159,841.93. With a motion to recommend for the pavement management program for the City of Somerton Inner City to Sunland Asphalt and Safeline Arizona striping not to exceed $159,841.93.
Any questions or comments?
One question, Jefferson, is it from all the way from Main Street to?
From
Cesar
Somerton
Chavez?
Avenue all the way to Cesar Chavez,
From
the
Cesar-
whole profile, yes,
the
sir.
whole-
It'll be a 3/8" chip seal.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
So move, Mayor.
A motion by Councilman Villalpando,
I'll second it, Mayor.
second by Councilman Roldan. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.4, discussion and possible action to award Somerton Electric as the lowest bidder for the Valle del Sol pathway electrical construction and installation of lighting, the amount not to exceed $105,787.50.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Charles Gutierrez, Public Works Director. Tonight, Public Works is seeking to approve the award for the Valle del Sol Pathway Lighting Project to Somerton Electric. The project scope includes installation of 12 light poles along County 17th Street from Bingham Avenue to Somerton Avenue. Adjacent to the East Hearn lateral, work includes pole installation, concrete bases, conduit, wiring, APS meter connection, trenching, backfilling, and all necessary civil and utility connections. A 2-inch utility sleeve has been provided at Bingham for the APS access. After soliciting bids from multiple contractors, Somerton Electric submitted the most responsive quote at $100,750 with a 5% contingency. The total project cost is $105,787.50. The project budget was $146,500. Tonight, we're asking for a motion to approve Somerton Electric as the lowest bidder for the Valle del Sol Pathway Electrical Construction and Installation of Lighting in the amount of not to exceed $105,787.50.
Any questions or comments? Can you show the other bids?
Up,
So there was only
one with a bid sheet right there, one down. Up, scroll the other way. Right there. Yeah, right there shows the comparison.
any questions or comments?
No.
Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
So motion by Councilman Galindo,
Second.
second by Councilman Castillo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8.5, discussion of possible action to approve an agreement with U.S. Customs and Border Protection Yuma sector related to clinical training opportunity with Border Patrol and Somerton Cocopa Fire Department.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Javier Hernandez, Fire Chief. We want to do an agreement with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Yuma Sector Border Patrol to allow the participation of EMT and paramedic students for clinical training with the Somerton Cocopa Fire Department. Border Patrol has such agreements with the City of Yuma Fire Department and Rural Metro Fire Department in Yuma. And we would like to have the same agreement with SCFD. What this will allow is for the Border Patrol, they do their own in-house EMT and paramedic students. Part of the requirements for the state, they have to do clinical at the hospital and vehicular, which means with the ambulance. So this is the same agreement that we did a couple of months ago with Arizona Western College, where the students will come and be paired up with another paramedic and do their vehicular time with us. So this is just a MOU allowing them to be part of or doing this in partnership with us.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve an agreement with U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Yuma sector related to clinical training opportunities with Border Patrol and Somerton Cocopa Fire Department.
A motion by Councilman Castillo,
I'll second the motion, Mayor.
second by Councilman Roldan. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8.6, discussion and possible action to approve the cancellation or rescheduling of city council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, July 1st, 2025.
Mayor, one of the things that we've had traditionally at the council meetings is we either move this council meeting to a different date or cancel it overall. It's a holiday weekend. A lot of people are out of town. Sometimes we have challenges with staff and with council members. So that would be something that we want to bring to you to consider and have that discussion.
The July 1st agenda, how does that look as far as rescheduling or canceling?
We have no items right now, Mayor, for that meeting.
So we canceling it?
Mayor, if I may,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm okay with canceling unless there's something that pops up that absolutely can't wait. I mean, if this is like an ongoing situation, maybe we should look at doing a formal rescheduling, maybe the second and third Tuesday of the month for this particular month. I know we might have to go through a resolution, but that's probably an option. But at this point in time, might as well just cancel it unless something
Yeah.
pressing comes.
I think, yeah, okay, go
Mayor,
ahead.
and I concur with that too. I mean, I think it's like, it's, I mean, traditionally, I think we've, the last couple of years, it has been postponed due to the holidays and everything. So I'm okay with just canceling it.
Okay. And then in the future, bring a resolution so we do it permanently. Because, yeah, most of the years that I've been in council, that's either we move there or cancel it.
Mayor, if I may, we'll work on it with legal and staff and bring back some of that proposal for your approval.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to cancel the Tuesday, July 1st meeting.
Motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second, Mayor.
second by Councilman Galindo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.7, discussion and possible action to approve the purchase of office furniture, equipment, supplies, and signage for City of Somerton expansion project in the amount of $31,396.39.
James Jones, Parks and Rec Director. On May 6, 2025, council approved Maya Construction LLC for construction of office space for a total of $24,800. The budgeted total for this project was $65,000. This left a balance of $40,800 to be used for furniture, equipment, security system, signage to complete the project. The Parks and Rec Department requests approval to proceed with the procurement of office furniture at a cost of $9,945.08. Office equipment for $1,137.72, technical equipment for $13,497.23, office signage for $2,721.18, and a 15% contingency of $4,095.18 for a total project cost of $31,396.39. Office request approval for these purchases so we can complete the project. Any questions?
Any questions or comments?
Mayor, if I may,
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Jones, are you sure that this is going to be sufficient? You don't foresee or left something out that we could address now and take care of it now?
I've worked with city staff, the IT department, community development, as well as administration, and we feel like we have covered everything we need to start the office space and make the conference room functionable and workable.
Mayor, if I may?
Yes.
Councilman Villapando, we could always increase the contingency if you'd like to 20%. They've, like James mentioned, they've worked on this, but we're purchasing is always a timely thing. So if council approves, we can change that and go 20% contingency just in case there's something that we run into.
Well, I was trying to give him an early Christmas gift, but it didn't seem like he wanted it.
Yeah.
But
thank you, Councilman Villapando.
But
Councilman is not known for giving Christmas gifts.
Take advantage.
Exactly.
He's in a jolly mood.
Well,
Yeah, so I'm okay with doing the 20. The thing is one of my biggest pet peeves has always been that if we're gonna do something, especially if it's something new, make sure you get quality stuff and not this the less expensive version of things, just because you're more likely gonna have to replace them in 2, 3 years. Might as well get something that's a little bit more and it's gonna last you a lot longer. So that's the only reason that I wanted to make sure that we are having the proper tools and equipments for them.
Yeah, we learned the hard way with the equipment for this room when we first built City Hall. We had to replace it all. So, yeah.
Yes.
So 20% could increase to 20% contingency instead of the 15, so by 5%.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve the purchase of office furniture, equipment, supplies, and signage for the City Hall expansion project number 2025-008 in the amount of $31,396.39 with the 20% contingency.
So motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second, Mayor.
second by Councilman Roldan. Those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Councilman Castillo stole your thunder, Villalpando.
Oh,
Oh, I don't mind.
I'm Hey, I just want to get this meeting moving.
Item 8.8, discussion of possible action to approve resolution number 2025-015.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. The item before you on the agenda is resolution number 2025-015. This resolution authorizes the acquisition of a property known as Assessor's Parcel Number 752-32901, a 3.27 acre parcel located adjacent to County 17th Street and between Bingham Avenue and Avenue E, for purposes of maintaining and expanding the city's multi-use pathway network and securing future roadway right-of-way along County 17th Street. Could we show the property, Andrea? This is the property, Mayor and Council. The current owner of this property is KDC of Yuma LLC. They acquired the property in 2016 through a state land auction. The property is physically bisected by a United States Bureau of Reclamation drain. While several engineering documents show this land as a right-of-way, as a USBR right-of-way, the property is legally owned by a private owner, being KDC of Yuma LLC. The Yuma County Water Users also claims this corridor as a part of an operational easement that is granted through their senior water rights of the Colorado River. And in 2019, a section of the city's multi-use pathway was constructed on the property as part of the offsite improvements of the adjacent Valle del Sol 4 subdivision. Authorization for the construction of the pathway was granted by the Yuma County Water Users. The actual owner of the property, KDC of Yuma LLC, was unaware of that pathway existing up until very recently, the spring of 2025, when they contacted the city seeking clarification as to why there was a pathway on the property. Once we offered our explanation, the owner offered to sell the property to the city for $1,000. The city currently owns and maintains all sections of multi-use pathway located west of the subject property, and will soon acquire even more right-of-way on this alignment as part of the Las Estrellas 7 subdivision. Consistent with city policy, practice, multi-use pathways are publicly owned and maintain amenities. Therefore, staff sees it appropriate that this pathway be situated on city-owned land. The parcel has no development potential due to the United States Bureau of Reclamation drain, and it is a critical portion to the integrity of the city's growing multi-use pathway and the future development of County 17th Street. Given the proposed acquisition price of $1,000, staff sees it as fair and reasonable given the circumstances. Staff recommends that the city council approve this resolution authorizing the acquisition of this property. Are there any questions?
Any questions or comments? So I have a question. What are the lessons learned here in the future? What do we have now in our processes that will prevent this from happening in the future?
The lessons learned, Mayor, are to dig deeper when we're doing our research. Just because something appears to be plain and simple, such as the water users back then claiming they have full control of this. Sometimes it goes beyond that and there's more than one claim to the property. So overall, just dig deeper, Mayor. Perhaps even reach out to legal for a second opinion as we're doing right now with every single property the city's looking to acquire. That's all I can say, Mayor. Just do a little bit more due diligence on our end.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-015.
So motion by Councilman Castillo,
Second.
second by Councilman Galindo, those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Summary of current events.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. First, we have Shona Madell, Finance Director.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I attended last week along with my accountant and the human resource specialist, the ADP conference. We attended sessions and it gave good insight on the program because all three of us really didn't know the ins and outs of the ADP. So it was very good sessions. We networked with some agencies to help innovate our processes for HR as well as payroll. And we finally met our ADP rep in person. Previously, we had to stay on chats for hours because we didn't have one person to go to. Now we do. So hopefully that will help us and kind of get involved with more of the aspects of ADP. Thank you.
You feel more relaxed in this meeting than the previous one?
James Jones, Parks and Rec.
The Senior Center Mother's Day celebration is tomorrow from 10 to 12. If you guys can be there, it'd be appreciative. Paracone is currently being seeded this week with Bermuda glass. This process could take up to 12 weeks to complete, but it's a one-time seeding. You guys approved this at 2 council meetings ago. The pool staff will be trained next week and the pool will be up and running on June 2nd for classes and rentals. Thank you.
That's all we have, Mayor.
Councilman Roldan?
I'm sorry, Mayor.
I have nothing, Mayor.
Jasmine Zamudio. Sorry about that, Mayor.
Hi, good afternoon. Jasmine Samudio, Economic Development. This weekend, I had the pleasure to attend the ICSC in Las Vegas with Mayor Anaya and City Manager Louis. I had the opportunity to present our community to several different retailers, including Starbucks, Domino's, and Panda Express. Several of these retailers or national retailers did already know who we are, which is a really good sign that our efforts are being noticed and recognized and remembered. I want to also mention that I've been having multiple discussions with the owners of Marathon Gas Station, and we're currently on ongoing efforts for their business retention here in Somerton. So I met with them, and I will keep you updated with the status on that. That's it for me.
Councilman Villalpando?
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Castillo?
I got nothing, Mayor.
Councilman Galindo?
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Like, Jasmine mentioned, I went to the ISCS and yeah, it's, just talking to some of the experts there, they see Somerton's momentum and a lot of the national chains were more receptive knowing what's coming. And one of the surprises that we met with a national chain and they said that they had signed a contract for Somerton. So I think right now still can't go public because they were very hesitant on letting us know, but it was and like everything, we've been going as a city for years to these conferences, and economic development takes time. It's been a process of different administrations, and we're just now seeing the fruits. It's been it's been several mayors. It's not just us, this council. It's just other other councils have set the foundation for this too. So, and again, thank to staff, we're seeing those, the fruits of that labor that has been over the years. So now we're seeing it. Okay, oh, we have one executive session. It's for discussion and consultation for legal advice for the city attorney to provide instruction to its representative regarding negotiations and possible contracts related to sale of real property located at 851 West Main Street, Somerton, Arizona, 85350. Is there a motion to go into executive session? So motion by Councilman Galindo,
Second.
second by Councilman Castillo, in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're gonna take a 5-minute break and then convene into executive session. Into regular council meeting.
So move, Mayor.
So motion by Councilman Galindo, second by Councilman Castillo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. It's 8:06, meeting's adjourned.